Hello and welcome to Manga96, and today we're going to talk about is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon? Today's topic will be the sheltered prostitute who actually isn't one, but she isn't aware of that fact, and the brains of the Hestia Familia, as the little supporter is the one who comes up with various strategies for her fellow members of the Familia to follow. I'm of course talking about Haruhime and Lily. But before we start, here's the spoiler warning, as I'll be spoiling a lot of things in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you're going to read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. For everyone else, let's start with who Haruhime is. Sanjuno Haruhime is a member of the Hestia Familia and a former member of the Ishtar Familia. Haruhime is a gentle, timid, well-mannered and extremely kind girl. She's respectful of everyone she meets and is eager to help when given the chance. Having grown up mostly isolated and later kept hidden by the Ishtar Familia, she has experienced quite a sheltered life, and as such, even minor things will excite her. She developed a love of reading at a young age, as it was a way of her escaping her loneliness. She has a fondness for fairy tales, particularly ones where the hero saves a damsel in distress. When she was made to work as a prostitute, she wished that a hero would come and save her, like in those stories. As time went on, however, she convinced herself that she wouldn't be saved, since she believed that her profession made her unworthy of rescue. However, Haruhime's views on this changed after Belle saved her, regardless of her beliefs. Though she has never had to fend for herself, Haruhime displays an unusual sense of bravery when those she cares for are threatened. When Vine was in danger, Haruhime leaped off a building in pursuit of her and stood up to Bete in order to give Belle enough time to escort Vine to safety. While working as a prostitute, Haruhime would foam at the mouth and collapse whenever she saw a naked man. Due to this, she is still a virgin, but is unaware of the fact. As for her past, she grew up in a dignified young lady of a noble family in the Far East. Living in solitude, her home was like a cage and she had no friends. At some point, children of the Takemizuchi family, with the approval of their god, started taking her outside at night to play with them. Sometimes later, someone framed her for eating an offering, which angered her father so much that he disowned her and the Palmon guest offered to take her away. As they were traveling, they were attacked by monsters and the Palmon ran away, leaving Haruhime behind. She survived but was later captured by bandits and sold to a brothel in Orario. While heading there, she caught the eye of Ishtar, who bought her. Haruhime became a member of the Ishtar Familia, where she was forced to work as a prostitute until the Familia disbanded. As for her relationship with Belle, Haruhime developed feelings for Belle after he saved her. Her feelings are enough for Hestia to keep an eye on her. She's also clever, wrapping her tail around Belle's arm after Hestia told her that they couldn't hold hands. When she heard about how Belle is in love with Ice, she comments that since she wants to work as a prostitute, she will be satisfied with simply being his mistress. Both share a love for fairy tales. In volume 15, Haruhime even read to Belle until he was able to fall asleep. She is easily made happy by Belle, him smiling at her being enough to make her shyly happy. As for her relationship with Mikoto, Haruhime and Mikoto have been friends since their childhood. Haruhime had requested that her father send food to the shrine that Mikoto, Kashima, Hitachi and Takemizuchi and the others were living in. In return, the children would sneak Haruhime out of the manor at night to play. She was extremely grateful that they have saved her from her loneliness, even saying that they were like heroes. This continued until Haruhime's father disowned her and she left. When Mikoto discovered that Haruhime was in Orario and was a prostitute, she tried to rescue her. However, Haruhime felt ashamed that her old friend had to see her as a prostitute and kept denying her help, believing she was not worthy of it. Nevertheless, she was rescued due to the combined efforts of Belle and Mikoto. Haruhime apologizes to Mikoto for the trouble she put her through, and the two rekindled their friendship. After her relationship with Vine, Haruhime and Vine share a close bond with one another, with Haruhime viewing her as a little sister. Despite being initially afraid of her, Haruhime made an effort to bond with Vine. Not long after, Vine began to trust her, even to a point switching from hiding behind Belle's back to hers. Just like Belle, Haruhime does not want to abandon her, but admitted to Mikoto that she sees her as an old self in Vine and selfishness could be blinding her, though Mikoto refuses this. Nonetheless, Haruhime was deeply saddened when Hestia Familia had to part ways with Vine. She cares a great deal about Vine's well-being, even putting herself in harm's way occasionally to protect her. When the Hestia Familia was attacked in the Zenos hidden village and the lizardman was about to strike her, Haruhime used herself as a human shield. When Vine got lost in the Daedalus street, Haruhime leaped off a building in pursuit of her. She stood up to Beta to give Belle enough time to take Vine to safety despite being severely overmatched. Before parting once more, Haruhime and Vine made a pinky promise to see each other again. Though still a bit saddened, Haruhime was not depressed like before and is confident she will see her again. Moving on to Lily. Liliruca Arde is a member of the Hestia Familia. Originally a member of the Soma Familia, she converted to the Hestia Familia after securing her freedom after the war game. Lily originally hated adventures due to the treatment she received as a supporter, using this as an excuse to trick and steal from adventures she partied with. She also treated Belle the same way, where his constant kindness and equal treatment of her caused Lily to question her own attitude as he gave her half their spoils and valued her as a person. After she is saved by Belle, she became much closer to him and develops romantic feelings for him. She often uses her experience to gather information or to do jobs that Belle and the other members of the Hestia Familia will be unable to do properly. She is also frequently amazed at how Belle seems to constantly get himself involved into trouble, yet she still cooperates with him in whatever he does. Lily is regarded as the brains of the Familia, being that she is the most capable when it comes to developing battle plans and strategies. She advised Belle and Valve to travel to the 18th floor when they were trapped in the dungeon, and she was crucial in forming the Hestia Familia's plan of the attack for the war game. Lily also possesses a strong insight forged through her time as a thief, as she was able to pick up Finn's speech patterns, mannerism, and character after only one meeting with him. During discussions and arguments, she tends to take the most logical and cautious points of view. She's keener on using magic swords rather than risk the chance of monsters overwhelming them, bringing her to odds with Valve, and taking the cheaper option when it comes to items, food, etc. Where some stances that Lily argues for could be viewed as cold-hearted. She was against rescuing Haruhime from her life as a prostitute and was against keeping Vine in their home. This is not due to her lacking compassion, but rather her desire not to see harm brought upon her Familia. In both situations, she argued that doing so would bring trouble to the Familia, the latter turning out to be correct. As for her past, Lily was born to parents belonging to the Soma Familia, making her a member of the Familia from birth, where her parents didn't look after her and ordered her to earn money for them instead. A while later, her parents were killed in the dungeon, leaving her to fend for herself. The Soma Familia didn't care for her and bullied her, making her lonely and isolated. To earn money, she tried to be an adventurer but didn't have the talent, eventually switching to being a supporter. As a supporter, she was constantly looked down on by those she partied with, fueling the hatred of adventurer inside her. After a while, Lily decided to run away from the Soma Familia and became a normal citizen, where the Soma Familia found her and inflicted misery on the cold couple who took her on, destroying their store and stealing money. She began to hate Soma himself, wondering why he created a Familia if he wasn't going to take care of it. From that time on, Lily began using her hatred of adventurers as an excuse to trick and steal from them. As for her relationship with Belle, due to how she viewed adventurers, Lily's only initial interest in Belle was to use him as a way to earn money quickly to eventually pay her way out of the Soma Familia. Where, as she explored the dungeon with him as his supporter, she began to have mixed emotions of confusion, happiness, and guilt when dealing with him, especially after Belle gave her an equal split of their first profit, surprising her that he would be so generous. Because of this, she often simply stated that Belle was weird. She slowly grew to like Belle, though she still reminded herself that he was an adventurer, just like all the others. It wasn't until Belle saved her after being left to die by Kanoe that she finally realized that Belle was very different from the other adventurer she had dealt with over the years, and fell in love with him soon after. After repairing their partnership, Lily became nice towards him, even feeling guilty over the fact that Belle refused to punish her for her trickery. She frequently blushes in response to his praises and gets jealous of other women getting close to him. She does her best to support him in any way she can, even at times when she doesn't want to, such as when Belle wanted to protect Vina and help the Xenos. After learning of his crush on Ice, she felt a deep sense of inadequacy, which was expressed when Belle delivered a marriage proposal from Finn. Becoming frustrated, she shouted that she wouldn't take Finn's offer and that he is a much better man than Belle. However, after meeting with Finn, Lily couldn't ignore the feelings she had for Belle and resolved to always stay by his side. After Belle appeared and was goaded by Finn to reveal how much she meant to him, the two repaired their relationship. Though annoyed that Belle viewed her as a little sister, she found solace in the fact that he was weak to older women. As for her relationship with Hestia, not long after Belle saved Lily, she met Hestia in order to get her approval to be a member of Belle's party. Hestia, seeing Lily was feeling guilty of everything she had done to Belle, immediately made it clear she did not like Lily for betraying Belle. However, she also acknowledged that Lily was useful to Belle because she could protect Belle from being scammed or taken advantage of in the future, and advised the Palom that the best way to atone was through her actions. This quickly earned Lily's respect for the goddess, but she quickly realized Hestia was also her rival in earning Belle's affection. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on Haruhime and Lily. And that'll be all for this video. If you liked this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.